Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. You good now? No. Still not showing up. No notice. And no data. Bloody hell. Okay. Alright, let's go to the live section. Okay, here we go. Okay. Alright, so it just... Okay, that's weird. It doesn't look like it's going to the studio for some stupid reason. That's... yeah, because like it's been weird in the past where I can kind of bypass that if I'm going through OBS on the Mac. But like, okay, why is it saying 2 though? Is it because it's still connected to the previous stream, or refresh it? Yeah, okay, I think that's what happened. Yeah, okay. Which is kind of annoying because I just connected it at the same time and yet it didn't stitch it together. Alright, so I have to say all that again, no matter. So, yeah. What's up? It's been a minute. But more than anything, it has, for reals, been a while since I've briefed, updated, or even acknowledged the OVA dub for that matter, so yeah, it has been a while. And I would have liked to have been getting this project out today, rather than doing a briefing of it. Because, yeah, that's the thing, I guess. Today does actually mark the 30th anniversary for the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA movie. Of course, it took a little bit longer before it reached Western audiences, I believe, but its initial like debut and premiere release type of thing, it was today, 30 years ago. So, and I marked it down on my calendar too, so I was hoping I could kind of aim towards getting this done by today, but yeah, the wake up call was the Project Shadow fan film. That was really like a moment of holy crap! I'm working on another Sonic movie dub when I haven't even finished the initial one I started. So I looked at it and I was like, okay, well that is coming up. And I've got about 2 years. Hopefully that'll be that. But yeah, just life happens, plans change, projects happen. And honestly, I am working much more often these days on the original projects than this stuff, so I kind of view this content as like a hobby, and because of which I think it kind of does hinder the development of all of it, whether it's videos or actual projects that I'm trying to get done. So it's kind of unfortunate, but that's just kind of where the state of things are. So, but yeah, 30 years, unbelievable. I'll actually, yeah, bring this in, which I think we're pretty much good now. I'll just make sure that gets sent out. So, yeah, it has been a while since I touched this. I think it has been about 5 years. And like, look, I have tried to revive this in the past. I think at 2022-ish I came back to this and I tried to start to bring elements back into the current Mac that I'm working with, but just didn't really want to work. I mean, I actually got a lot further than I thought with fixing the sounds, because that's the thing. I started this project on the previous iMac, and this was also back when I had a previous hard drive, but then the hard drive got corrupted, and that really kind of screwed up a lot of sounds when I, tried to restore it. So that, yeah, absolutely did not help at all. But yeah, when I tried to restore the sounds back when I was working a bit more regularly on it, it still wasn't really... I got it a lot further than I was expecting to be fair. So that's good, but it was around this point where I was trying to focus on other video projects, such as the PR6 review and the E3 explanation video, because this was around 2019 to 2020 when this was all going down. And then, because it became clear that I was going to be probably working on another PR6 review as well as a TGS explanation video, I wanted to focus on getting those done, and because of which put the OVA dub on pause. And then if you fast forward to when? 2022, I believe? Yeah, I think that's about right. Mid-2022. I got the iMac that I'm using now, and because it was an update, it meant yet again that all the sounds had to be rewired and fixed up because of the different directories and all that. But yeah, needless to say, it was no easy task, and even now I don't actually know if this is all fixed, because a lot of the sounds for the longest time in 2022, 3 to about 24, I think, I came back and really tried to fix as many sounds as I could to try to revive this. And yeah, I came back and I tried to rewire as much as I could, and I did a pretty good job, I think. As I've rewatched the movie, sorry if I haven't encountered too many sounds that still need to be rewired, and the good news is that they're for the most part pretty easy to spot, because it's all the sounds that have been screwed up with the rewiring have been replaced with typically tails flapping sound effects, because back in those days when I was using the sounds that I was using, it was back when I was using the R6 tools that converted all the sound effects to be labeled as intro and loop sounds. So it wouldn't matter what the sound was actually called. If it was an intro sound that doesn't loop, it would be labeled as intro, and yeah, if it loops, like it's a spin dash and you got the spin dash sound on loop, it's a loop sound. And that's the thing, because I was using so many sounds with the same name, when the crossover happened, it basically kind of just replaced it all with one sound, and that was mostly tail sounds, and there was another one. I think it was like an Eggman machine hitting a switch sound. So yeah, it made it easy to spot when you would hear like tails flapping, looping noises all over the place. And the only difficult part was trying to figure out the duration of those loop sounds and try to figure out what it needed to be replaced with. So that's kind of where it was for a while, and that was very dismotivating too, so that didn't exactly help. But in the last few months, I really tried to bring it back and try to get a bit more involved with it. And I mean, having said that, I didn't spend a massive amount of time on it, but I still did try to go a bit further than where I was. And yeah, because where I stopped working on it was pretty much, yeah, right about here, right as it starts to build into the final battle. But since then I've come back and slowly started to add some sounds to the scene and kind of ramp into the the battle and slowly getting there. So I'm hoping I'll be able to, yeah, get started and actually show some development while kind of showing where the current version of this project is, because it isn't abandoned, it isn't going anywhere, it is very much going to be finished and released. Like I said, I would have liked to have get it out today, since it does mark the 30th today. But yeah, 30 years. It's also the, curiously, and ironically even, the 20th anniversary for when they filmed this. Because, yeah, it's where, it's when they started filming the movie, this time 20 years ago. And normally I'd say, well, you know, whatever, like, what's the, you know, okay, big deal type of thing. But no, why I think it's a little ironic is the fact that the one time, the one day that they, or the first day that they start to film that movie, is the day that this OVA movie was released. And in this OVA movie, Sonic, for the first time, I believe, gets a glimpse, like the fandom got a glimpse of Sonic's original concept of how he was supposed to have a human girlfriend. And why I believe it's ironic and how it connects to this is because when this movie did release, it was November 14, 2006. It's ironic because Sonic 06, that also brought back the concept of Sonic having a human girlfriend, released in November 14, 2006. So, yeah, I just think that's a little ironic that it shares those two dates and has the concept. Because if it was a different Sonic game or Sonic concept for both the OVA as well as 06, you know, big deal, who cares type of thing. But it's the fact that of all the Sonic projects out there, these two that are the most noteworthy of having like a human girlfriend to Sonic going on his journeys just so happens to be dates that connect to Casino Royale. And even then, I mean, this curiously takes place towards the end in Venice, which very much is a Sonic 06 trope. Venice being the literal name of Silver at one point. And of course, Soliana very much being Venice-inspired. So, yeah, very interesting things I've noticed over the years. But yeah, I just couldn't help but notice and feel the need to point it out. But anyway, yeah, 30 Wolfden years. This is yeah, I would have liked to have gotten it out, but because it's not going out today, and because I'm only instead doing a bit of a briefing to the current state of this project, I believe that the next date that this could possibly go out on is when Western audiences got it, which I believe was 98, 99-ish, so that puts us to 2028, 2029. And to be honest with you guys, I kind of do need the time. I kind of do, because I believe I could have finished this project as far as the sound effects, sound design goes. I really do have full confidence that I could have done that if I was a bit more, yeah, I'm confident I can get it done, and I want to, you know, at least get the sound design out. But the reason I didn't continue to go full throttle on dubbing the rest of the movie is because, of course, I would want voices included in the movie. And that is really where the problem in this project's fate kind of lays at the moment, because with the way things currently stand, I actually cannot dub Tails the way I want to. Originally, I was trying to replace all the lines, all the takes, with gameplay lines, and just lines from the games, basically, whether it's cutscenes or in-game or whatever. But, no, it's turned into this thing now, where now we do have the technology to do AI voice cloning, where I can quite literally get the script that we were working with in '99. But yeah, the problem is that I can't get Tails specifically to sound the way I want it to sound. I haven't really tried Knuckles too much. I don't have an amazing amount of confidence there either. But Tails is really the big one, because Tails is quite involved in throughout the entirety of the movie and its length, and because of which, that's going to stick out like dog's balls if I just go, oh well, that's the best I can do with 11 Labs, Tails. There you go. And it just sounds like a girl, and it doesn't sound like Amy Pallant, which is what I'm aiming for. Because I very much am trying to keep this within the restrictions of it sounding like a 4Kids production in both sound design, sound effects, and very much the voices. So, yeah, I'm tempted to see how Sarah sounds with Lacey Chabert. Give her a more emotional sounding Elise, so to speak. Because that's the thing, she's very much emotionless in 06. So it would be very interesting to hear how she would sound if she were voicing a more younger, bratty, teen kind of spoiled brat, basically. Yeah, it's interesting to think about, and originally the goal was to replace all the voices except for the original characters that were exclusive to this movie. But yeah, now that stuff like voice cloning is a thing, I'm very tempted to go and replace the likes of Sarah, because I'm already leaning in the direction of replacing elements of the script, which I don't want to massively do. I don't like. Yeah, I don't like this exchange here. I don't feel it's very Sonic-like at all, to be honest. And I think this is back when they were trying to get their footing with what Sonic was meant to be as a brand to Japanese audiences. And it's something that even carried over into Sonic X. And I think because they were experimenting very much in these days especially, they were going for a more Dragon Ball anime approach. And while Sonic X is still very anime, it doesn't feel like Dragon Ball as much, per se. It actually feels more like Thunderbirds, which is not anime. But yeah, if anybody has the time and patience to check out Thunderbirds, and I don't mean any of the remakes, I mean the originals, you'll notice a lot of stuff that was inspirational to Sonic X. Because I had the privilege of watching that last year, and I was like, holy crap, it's not just Sonic X that this inspired. Even The Incredibles got its inspiration from it, so yeah, if you're curious, check it out. But yeah, this very much just shouts Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z per se, because I don't feel like I can judge that yet. I haven't seen the full show. I've only seen Dragon Ball, and yeah, when I revisited this after watching Dragon Ball, I was like, holy crap, it's Bulma! It's freaking Bulma! That's literally what they were aiming for here. That's just the vibe I get, and I can't say I blame them, because back in the 90s, they very much were trying to still be inspired by it, you know? I mean, I don't need to go into it, but you get the idea that there is a massive amount of elements that were obviously very much built off of it, to the point that they, I believe, had someone that worked on Dragon Ball come to work on the designs for Sonic. So, yeah, that's... I can't say I blame them for doing what they did with this, because again, this is still very much early days for Sonic, so yeah. But for me, it's just, yeah, it's not for me. So, of course I'm not going to alter the animation. The only thing I think I'll do is I'll try to do some mirroring to basically get around the copyright claims, because holy crap, it's not just claimed, it's like blocked every time I even cover a snippet of the movie. So it's unbelievably frustrating to work with, and I still struggle every day to think how I'm going to actually release this when I'm actually done with this. Because anything I've tried just doesn't seem to work. I think I am going to need to do multiple mirroring shots. So like one shot won't be mirrored and then another will be. And I'll try to do it sparingly so consistency is there, but ultimately to try to get around the bots that go around claiming it. But yeah, with it all said and done, let's actually see where I left off. Thank you. So I have stripped all the voices because, as I said, I wanted to get all the sound effects done. And I am on the fence whether or not I'm going to replace all the original voices. More so Sarah at this point. Yeah, so I believe this is where I got up to, because I don't think there was anything here originally. But I've added some hovering, ambience, engines. Yeah, it's already starting to sound up there. And that's the thing, I've got a lot more sounds to work with now. Added this just recently. Yeah, the little brushing in the last week. So yeah, this is pretty much what I'm up to now. There's like nothing, you can kind of hear how it gets less and less with the layers. Yeah, that's pretty much where it is at the moment. Yeah, and obviously being a battle, it is going to require an enormous amount of sounds to fill in for it. Okay, and I've tried to set this up. Interesting. And I actually did have the music here, just like the voices, but I have gone to basically mute all of that for the time being, because the main priority right now really is to get all the sound effects, all the sound design just finished, basically. So the way things stand now... Yeah, because it is a bit of a jump. And keep in mind, I may still replace a lot of these sounds if I'm not fully happy with it. Yeah, see, like there, I need a bit of an explosion. So where am I going? Let's go here. So what are we working with? It's not really a fiery explosion per se, so... Storm... Do I have storm still? I have to bring that up. Why is that not showing? Come back. Yeah, why is that not showing? It's... Alright, hang on. Why is that not working? Give me a second. Because it's being difficult. Are we still on editing? Alright, let's try this. Yeah, no, that is working, so... Why is you not showing? Maybe if I bring it up. Actually, that's probably the worst place to bring it up. Yeah, move that. Over here. Maybe that would be better. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Just want to make sure I had that up. Okay. So, yeah, explosion style. Are we looking for storm? Yeah, see, it's tricky because I do actually want to go back and grab some explosions that I've already got set up here. And sometimes that actually does make it a little bit easier. looking for. Alright. Yeah, see already that's a step in the right direction. What about you? Do we... Yeah, put that here. So I think that could be useful for like a bit of a clash sound. Yeah, like that. Although, to be fair, that's not really a... Is it? Yeah, they kind of just... There's no explosion. Even if I, like, did it on the cut. Yeah, it's not really... worthwhile. Unless we're saying... Oh, okay, I stand corrected. There it is. It's just the trail kind of catches up. Okay. Has to be in the distance too, so might have to slap some reverb on. Come back to that. Yep, and that's why it's always worth double checking. Oh, I see. Okay. Again, weird that that doesn't really work. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see why. Okay. Yeah, okay, I see. There we go. That's a better. Okay. We need a bit more of the RG DNA there. Yeah, that might work nicely actually. Let's go for the 1, 2, 3 jump wherever that is. Where'd you go? Hmm? Where'd you go? Hmm? Is it just not showing? Ah, duh. Okay. Cool. Okay, and we need to get the teleporter sound back. Let's see if we can get away with that. Because I'm trying to be mindful with how small it is, or how big it is, because it's the ultimately the bots that look for anything. I mean, I am streaming on the iMac, to be fair, so there is that element going on, and because I haven't updated the settings on here, any kind of motion does make it get even more pixely, so I'm hoping I'll be fine. Worst case scenario, I just have to cut it out. So as I said, this won't be a long one, unfortunately, but I'm hoping with what time I've got, I can do a bit of dev. believe it was those three. Quieter, a bit more reverb too. Yeah, I don't mind that. Might add something there. Whatever happened to the dust? The ring kind. Yeah. Where are you located? I genuinely cannot remember. RBJ sound, okay. Common. Okay. So how's that sound if we go a bit more in your face? Yeah, I thought it was going to be quiet. Is that reverb? Yeah, it is. Alright. Why is it bringing up that window? Never used to be that large, maybe because of that, maybe? Yeah, that's weird. I'm not used to that. Yeah, might move that. Yeah, interesting. That's weird. I thought I had a different contact sound. can go there now, I guess. Radical. And there's a few here I could use. Yeah, like that. Okay, what am I doing? Because I'm trying, for the most part, to keep those consistent. That was the original aim. It's a bit dry, a bit raw. Alright, let's try to grab a jump. What is Sonic doing? I can't tell if he kind of bounces off or not. This doesn't really massively looks like he is making a huge amount of contact there. Alright, I think he is doing enough to... Yeah, try that, maybe. Alright. I can really use a bit of metal. Where are you at? That's not a bad idea. Instead of just having it play all the way out, have it sound a little faster, since the jump is technically getting cut off by the contact. Okay. And now we'll hop over to events to grab a squat. Which again, I am trying to stay consistent to the sound design of the games. Crystals. Try something, even if it's like a placeholder for now. Yeah. God, I forgot I added that. That was only real recently too. Yeah. Again, placeholder for now. Yeah, I'm not sure it really works since it is like a jump sound as opposed to something where he's kind of already still on there, so I feel like even like a spin dash sound would be a bit more appropriate than a jump, but then there is that. Okay, where are we going? Player, common. And then we're looking for what? Metal. Oh, right, footstep. We're not looking for that with land. Yeah, iron. Yeah, I don't know. Because I feel like even if I did what? If I did... Where Yeah, even if I like did this one, while it can sort of work, yeah, it might be placeholder again. I do think that's a little better than just the jump, but okay, where did it go? There. Right. Yeah, no. I think we'll go with the robot damage for the kick impacts. So where am I going? Enemy robot. Yeah. And while I'm at it, to create variety, I'll also grab some of the underused, under-acknowledged, and in my opinion, underappreciated sounds that the event sound design brought to the table. Stuff that I've even tried pushing Chaos to implement, but I don't believe these to this day are used at the moment. But because there's a lot of them, and you know, if you layer it up with these two, it makes it even more RNG based and more unique sounding too. Yeah, like that. Contact. How do I do this? Because you're comparing volumes. Yeah. Yeah, so a little bit louder. Could this one work? Because I don't usually go for this, but I feel like that's more of, again, something you would kind of layer behind the others. And I actually would favor this a little highly in volume because of the fact that volumes for cutscenes are a little bit more quieter. So that's 2, that's 2, which means we go there now, and then, so I'm trying to make this sound as less repetitive as possible. Okay, so yeah, back to 2. Done 2 with that, which means we do this. So contact, contact, contact. Ah, after all that, I don't even get to use all of them. Bummer. Unless I put them, after all, kind of mix it all together. And that's 2, which means we go 0. But we've already done that? Yeah, we've already done that. Okay, I think I will then. I will bring that in. Just that way I get to use a bit more. And actually, while I'm at it, yeah, what the heck. That way we do get to use them all. So 2 or okay. And then back to 2. Okay. It's amazing how the absence really does speak volumes. Yeah. At least they all sound different. And then back to the spin dash jumps. Ooh. Doesn't exactly sync up, so it's different durations. Yeah, interesting. Okay, now we'll put the jump in, I think. Yeah, because it's even in like a different animation too. And I would like the kickback to another underappreciated sound. Whoa. Alright, let's go grab another one from back here. So I believe, yeah, that was another sound that got rewired, but I actually kind of don't mind that in that context. Ooh, is that playing? Yeah, it is. It's coming in a little too late. How did I never notice that? Well, there we go. Okay, well, if that's out of sync, does that mean the ambience is also maybe? Yes it is, I think. Yeah, it totally is. Whoopsie. Yeah, it's fading out too fast now. See, that's fine. Yeah. But you... can go a little longer. Yeah, so that's what I initially wanted. Yeah. Oh, that's just wrong. Why did they animate that? Alright, how's this going? Is that all ARK? Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. Alright. Okay, and then Sonic kind of just, yeah, teleports there. Alright. Okay, so how do we do that? Because we've kind of used something already. Where did the kickback go? Oh, there you are. Okay, and then, yeah, try that. Mute that though. Yeah, I don't think I'll do the jump for that. Because I've kind of got one used already for here. Yeah, like that. Had to curiosity. And alternatively, if we made use over here of it, so that's not really an impact per se. I mean, it kind of is, which is why we put that in there. Definitely could put something else in place of it, but oh, yeah, that's another thing too, actually. I totally didn't pick up on that. Yeah, the engines. Okay, no, it doesn't overlap, luckily. After all that. That was close. Yeah, luckily we do cut to a bit of a wide shot. So I can kind of get away with moving it to a different layer. Okay. So I just have to do that, move that, and do it again, and cut it off. Yeah, like so. Okay, that's... I'll have to try to combat that by doing that, maybe? Doesn't seem to make that big of a difference, to be honest. Okay, try that. Because yeah, I guess technically it is getting more quieter. I mean, even if I did that. Yeah, might be the way to do it. Oh. Yeah, it's like it doesn't even last that long, but still. Thank you. I don't want to forget this though, because even though very quiet, it is very much there. Really? Okay. We go for as long as we can go for. And it does cut there, doesn't it? Yep. Just in time. Oof. Okay. And then we cut that there. Again, just in time. Okay, so if we do... It's like a quick cut, isn't it? Yeah. What the heck is going on there? Because I get he's kind of screwed up the weight of it, and that's kind of made it tip. But she kind of just gets yeeted out of it. Yoink. Oh, maybe because it's unplugged metal, and then that's kind of just kind of flung her out. Because of the, again, it's like a sudden bang type of thing. Because of the pressure of the gravity pulling from Sonic. And yeah, okay, I see. I see. Alright, well... I kind of want to try this out. Where is it? That could work. Where is it? Hello? Where is it? Maybe it's somewhere else. Put that in anyway. Oh, I'm thinking of Radical Train, you gimp. God damn. Should be... There you are. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of works. But I do need something that sounds like metal's getting unplugged from from the cockpit. Okay, what to get? The only thing that's coming to mind. Let's see. Because I actually don't know what I'm looking for. If it's even like a robot sound or not. Yeah. Kinda. Because it can also be attributed to the Eggmobile also kind of tipping. Could be like a bit of both. Yeah. It's a bit bassy actually, I didn't realize it was that bassy. Okay. Oh! So it is here. Okay, because that's what I was actually looking for. Yeah, it's still a bit bassy though. Maybe? Not, I mean, not really, but just curiosity. Yeah, it's like a... Yeah, like a, system error type of sound. See, even that I don't mind. While I'm at it, let's try a 1, 2, 3 sound. So where am I going? No? Yes, yes. Okay, yep, and yep. Yeah, perfect. Because I was aiming for a bit of that with the wind as well. Okay. Okay, now we need the booster sound from Metal's engines. I know I've got a sound for this. Is this it? No. What's this? Okay. There is a sound I'm after, and I'm pretty sure I did put it here. I think I might have made it unused. Because I was looking for like full on like the flames behind him, but I couldn't see that. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay. Let's try that out. A little louder because it's a little closer. Kind of. It's a shame because it's not animated really all too much, so it doesn't. Yeah, I might swap it out for something else. To put there, because I've kind of already used that, so it doesn't really go all too well. So I don't want to use the fireworks sound because that's kind of starting to get a bit overused in this movie, especially. I don't know. Alright, out of curiosity, let's check here. Is there anything... Because there are a few, like, throwing sounds. Maybe. Curiosity, let's try, see how that sounds. Not really. Maybe with a fade effect, sort of? Where is my thingy's gone? What else can we try? Actually, I don't mind that, as the prospect of that being the tipping of the thing. That's actually a really cool sound. Ooh. Yeah, I actually really like that. Wow. How come I haven't known about this one? Because, like, instead of the constant egg carrier takeoff sound that I've been using, that's kind of a bit more what I've been after. Because that almost has like a telepathic force-like sound to it. Yeah, wow, that's great. Yeah, I'll bring that in, not to use for this shot, but just to remind me to use it somewhere. Or even better yet, let's even try a different shot. Yeah, like even here. Yeah, it would obviously be much more quieter if I was going to use it there. Yeah, I don't know, that's, yeah, I'll have to come back to that because I do like that sound a lot. Ooh, yeah, that might work. Is it me, or does she kind of just appear? Yeah, she does. Could something be there? I'm gonna need to eventually replace the overuse of land sounds. No, yeah, okay. Get a very placeholder-esque. Now we bring back the Nux sounds. Let's go. What else do we have here, out of curiosity? Ooh. That could low-key work for metal. Yeah, I think I prefer that a little bit. Huh. Yeah, I really haven't checked out much of the boss sounds all too often. Yeah, need to keep these in mind more. Because, like, I'm already thinking that this could be useful for replacement sounds earlier. Yeah, it does have a bit more meat to it. What else do we have? What? Okay. No! The canopy! I believe I've used that. Ooh, I don't remember that. Not to say it's unused, but it... I don't remember it. Could be very quiet, mind you, but... Really? Interesting. Yeah, it does have a mechanical element to it. Wait a minute. How similar is that, out of curiosity? Because I'd like to know for future reference and future dubs. How, yeah, similar that actually is. Is it the same sound or not? No, it's not here, is it? No. I gotta get to... Where is it? Character. Player common. Yeah, how similar is it to this? Ooh, it is different. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Very good to know. Very good to know. Yeah, that's great because that means I can use variety. And this is what I mean. It's just there are certain sounds in this game in particular that really just they don't seem to get repurposed as variety sounds when they should be, in my opinion. Because you don't want your game to sound, you know, completely identical in sound designs. Like every single rail that you land on, every single rail that you land on in every single level, every single stage, is going to have the exact same sound as that. But that shouldn't be like that. It should differ. It should be different. And that's very useful in creating that variety, whether it's level specific or even if it's RNG based and it kind of switches between the two, you know? So. Oh! I don't even know if that launch sound is used. I don't even know if that's used. I mean, I would guess that much is, but don't recall that. Wow. Oh, wow. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I gotta check out the boss sounds more. That's a fact. Okay. It's because he's a bit far. We'll have to make it a bit quiet. I can't tell if he's gliding or if he's sliding. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here. Because that implies sliding, obviously, but yeah, I think they, like, even in the previous shot, I'm pretty sure that's sliding too. It just, well, the shadow implies that they are gliding, so I'm a little hesitant. I think we can mute that one for now. Alright, hang on. Go to the actual sliding shot. What's the difference with the shadow? Okay, yeah, no, they are flat out on the ground there. So, okay, well, based on that, alright, I am going to say they are gliding then. Just a little bit above the ice. Okay. And then we just cut to it being a little louder. See, this is the good thing about, I mean, being able to stream the rest of this and on YouTube, because that's the thing. I actually did stream a huge chunk of the development of this on Twitch back when I was still streaming on Twitch, of course. But yeah, since then it's just obviously expired, because it does go away after like a month or so. So yeah, it's sad to say that there was a really lost to time for now, at least. So that's the beauty of doing it on YouTube. It will remain, so long as it's, you know, under 11 or 10 hours. So, but as I said, this is going to be a shorter stream. I will have to wrap up, and pretty soon actually. I'd say give it 15-45 minutes tops, maybe. If we're lucky, an hour, but yeah. Either way, we'll go till I run out of time, so that way I can really make a dent into the progress. And you know what? Actually, out of curiosity, if I did leave it on, we're only just started. I could do that, and then when I come back from break, do a little bit more before I actually run out of time. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, I could either do that, or I could split the stream in two. I could like end it where I'm gonna go on break and then do a continuation. I think I might split it in two, because I would like one to actually say it's on this date. Because it always kind of bugs me, I think, when I hit stop streaming and it's beyond 12 AM for me, but then because I've stopped it then, and it registers as an upload then, it like changes the date to the following day, so it's kind of frustrating. What am I looking for here? We need to get the grab sound, or even that was tight. Where is that? When they destroy the robot. So here's, yep. 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 And then we'll just bring the engine flame sound back. Where is that gone? There you are. might swap that out actually. Ah. Alright, cool. Okay, so how's that gonna work? Because he just, yeah, Tikers her way into it. No, but I think I'll go grab the, because there is a crash sound I have. It's a bit more synced up actually, with it being there. I cut that out because of the fact that it crashed before, but since it keeps going, we'll let it play out. I'm not sure that really works. freaking loud, actually. 10 versus... Oh, 7-5, that's why. Yeah, it works. See, like, where did the impact go there? Maybe the metal grunt is too loud. Yeah, and maybe that's also too loud. There we go. Alright, swap that maybe. Okay. based on that, then. And where's the jump sound? Yeah, it's a bit much. I'll come back to that. Because, you know, when you really break it down too, we actually really don't have that much left to go. Because that's the movie, right there, considering the amount of stuff I've done already. Yeah, this is the rest of the movie, so there really isn't that much left. There's like about a minute left. A minute? 10 minutes, sorry. Okay. So we'll need something there. Is there another one I could use? Because for reals, yeah, I get a bit funny about overusing the same sounds. That's fucking loud, sorry. Maybe 19. It's still not really a damage sound, and I know that this doesn't include everything as well, so that doesn't exactly help. But, still. But you can already tell the difference in quality. That's what I would like to get. I knew there was another one. Yeah, but again, the freaking pisp quality. We'll come back to that if the quality is just as sucky in R1. I might actually cover this on its anniversary. That'd be nice. It's going to be tricky though, because I'm pretty sure it came out around the same day that 06 did, and I'm trying to bend it already to make Bionicle Heroes work, because that's also turning 20 this year on the same day. So yeah, it's going to be a little crowded. I might have to do Rivals around the corner I do Bionicles, so we'll see how we go there. Again, it's pretty much the same quality, isn't it? How similar actually is it though? I think that's the better one. The EQ's a little higher for the highs. Still not exactly ideal. Yeah. I think, yeah, I might have to try experimenting, try the other games in case there is, sounds like there is in other games, but I know that there isn't many there, that's the only thing. Yeah, you can get away with it there because of the extra stuff. It's also faster than the other one, which means we can do it in that shot before it cuts to tails. Compared to... Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now this is where the fun begins. How are we gonna do this? He's gonna like transform it, isn't he? Sort of. Yeah, I might have to go back to the Wyvern for this. Okay. Yeah, and even there, I'm missing the marble sound. Wow. Excellent. Yeah, I think what I might do, just to make sure I don't make this mistake again, I'll basically cover it so anytime and every time it cuts back to Eggman, like now, I'll have a clear reminder that, yeah, Eggman will expand on the loop. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, and then it kind of just fades in here. Okay. Even that is like, again, very Dragon Ball-esque. less Sonic-esque. But that's the thing, as I said, they were trying to find their footing, I think. And I think the fact, too, that this even was originally animated to be TV does speak volumes to the fact that they basically were trying to make a Dragon Ball Sonic show. It would be very interesting to see where this would have gone if it did actually turn into a show and they maybe got multiple seasons to explore these characters a bit more. I wonder if this got repurposed for Elise's design, because yeah, the white and yellow kind of did turn into the silver and golds that we ended up getting with Elise. And it's like, you know, the president's daughter versus the king's daughter. Because he was the king originally, but then he became the duke. But it's still the same thing, it's still the daughter. So I think that really was like a core idea that found its way back. Yeah, see, the thing is, I think the Eggmobile kind of just got, well, I shouldn't say destroyed, but it did just, you know, land. So is it unused now? I'm pretty sure it comes back at the tail end, but we'll see now, I guess. Yeah, see another one. What the heck? Alright, and then the Faja wanted to be in the finale. See, and now he's back. Yeah, okay. No wowie. Oh wow. Yeah, they really do recycle a lot of animation in this. This really was TV. Because I recognize that in the flash forward. So what do I do for that? Because I might have to pitch that differently if I want to make it sound different. Oh, and of course the HAL tagged along too. What? Forgot about that. And then that's the end. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to cover fully. Still trying to pay off the turtle. Yeah, and then again he hovers down into frame. The end. And again, coming into the frame from above. And that's it, that's the movie. Okay. See, I wonder, because I actually did do a bit of music for this project at one point. I really did try to like make something for the tail end of it. Yeah. Freaking 5 years ago. Bloody hell. And I kind of do want to revive that, sir. Out of curiosity. I mean, we'll save it for now. Because we actually have done a little bit more than I was expecting. Which is great. Any little bit or big bit helps a lot. And now, because I actually wonder if I could maybe get this out in a little bit over an hour. That's right, and I was doing a bit of experimenting around there. Yeah, might release that now. It's weird because I thought there was still drums here. Yeah, tricky. bit of both. And so to figure out what I'm going to do with these character swaps, because it's not really... I was hoping by now I would have the audio echo fan effect problem resolved, but I do not. I've updated the drivers, updated the PC, updated the softwares, and everything is not helping it. So I really don't know what I'm going to do for that. I might even try to go back here and start recording on the iMac again instead of the PC, because the PC from day one has always kind of had issues with recording. There was, what was it, quality? Yeah, it was literal quality issues with the previous capture card and software I was working with, and that was already frustrating because it was unpredictable and inconsistent. But now I've got this 50-50 chance of the audio getting into a fan-like state, which is like, what? Come on. So all that together, it's just frustrating, I think, more than anything. Okay. And what were we on? OVA. Okay. Alright. And... actually, is that all good? Just want to double check to be sure. Yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, what to pick for the logo, though? That's the tricky part, isn't it? Suppose... yeah. But I'll brood out of this while I'm at it, because that's the thing, it actually is going to, yeah, it's going to be tricky. I won't save that, because I do think there's potential in the idea I had there. And that's going to take a business year to reload. But, I could go with that, but I just want to see if there are any other additions. Is that for real? I think it is. And that's a thumbnail, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I actually don't mind that. I actually don't mind that. I don't look at that and think the OVA. It really is like the poster itself that makes me go, oh yes, of course. But that is also very, very good quality too, compared to this, which is still upscaled, still pretty good, but it's also what I'm used to, because I've seen it the most because of the dub itself. I don't know. Yeah, that's actually kind of frustrating. I think I will go with this. I'll suck it up. Okay. Now, is this gonna like this, I wonder? Okay, it is. Let's go. Very good. And duration 137.28. 137.28. Cool. Yeah, and now that's finished. Let's go. Wait a minute, that's not right. Something's wrong. That's not right. That's not right. Because I thought I got everything, but... maybe this is why. No. Why doesn't that sound right? Something seems off. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay. So, based on this, a direct... ah, no, never mind. Yeah, no, that's better. A direct rendering from 5 years ago. Oh, no, that is right. Okay, I'm stupid. Weird, I thought there was a base thing. Weird, I really thought there was a base thing. Weird, I really thought there was something there for some reason. Alright, never mind. Well, while I'm here, let's just try out what I was kind of imagining. Or even that. Because I am making modifications to what I originally did, so yeah. If you're doing if you're doing one, you can do more than one. Okay, there we go. Dash to final edit, hopefully. Weird that I thought that was kind of already there. Okay. Well, there we go. And again, boot this up. Okay, that should hopefully be the same length. And while I'm at it, can that work without it? I don't think it, I mean, it depends ultimately. Like, what did we do here originally? I thought the bloody kick was still there. But is the kick... Okay, yeah, we will grab that too, because that is different. Ever so slightly, mind you, but still. I just hope the volume won't be too inconsistent. Okay, so how do we do this? Because we're going for what? That, and then all the way to the end, which will cut between this. Which should hopefully, yeah, just already be there. Yeah. And then hopefully, yeah, again, just switcheroo it. No, I can already hear it. Yeah. And there is a duration difference, which is a bit surprising. Okay, obviously I rendered it a bit differently. So much for getting the exact timing, but whatevers. Okay. Pretty good. It's about as close as I can get it. Okay, and then just move that over there, get rid of that. That way I can, yeah, have two versions. The version that was rendered, the version that we just rendered that I want to have as well. There we go. And while I'm at it, let's also make sure the ending is about the same length. Yep, so cut that there, do that. Should hopefully, yep, sync up, which it does. Excellent. And is that going to be a problem? No, it's not. Let's go. Sweet. Yeah, I always thought there was a bass burst there, but there totally isn't. But I'm glad it's there, because that sounds exactly as I, for some reason, was imagining it. So I've got a little over an hour to get these rendered, uploaded, titled, descripted, and published, basically. And hopefully that doesn't... Because, yeah, so far it's been alright in the past, I guess, but... still, I don't really... I know that rendering in the past has kind of hindered OBS, so... Maybe... being public, it's not gonna like that, I don't know, we'll see. But, wow, yeah, that is fast. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna switch over real quick, just so I can make sure that gets uploaded with no worries. When that wants to load. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on with the internet, but it's been a bit meh. Alright, cool, they both rendered no problems, so let's go. But again, it's not really that I'm concerned about, it's the freaking internet. It's not... It's being a bit difficult. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, wow, literally, it's actually... Like even for tabs that have already been opened or loaded. Why is that being difficult? Yeah, I don't know what it wants. Because I don't have an amazing amount of time to get it out. Can I make that work as an extension? Because that'll kind of buy me some time to look into it. So, okay, how does that work? That needs to go all the way. Okay, so what I'll do is we'll go here just to create the loop like so, and then we'll paste it like so. Yeah, and we've got a loop basically. Right, so now we'll do that, and then just copy paste till we get to what we need to get to. Oh no, that doesn't work. This silly goose. Alright, try that. Yep, you just have to do that. and hear me out, you could be a little bit more intellectual and make it work through other means. Just, you know, just a thought. Right. So, okay, yeah. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Still doesn't work. Because I have to do that, you fool. Haha. Okay, that should hopefully work. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we'll put that to 30, which it isn't actually going to be. For some reason or another. And we just have to kind of match that. Like so. Excellent, that should be more than enough because our starting point is actually back here. Which means we now need to go where? Here, maybe? I know I had an extension for some Naruto stuff, I just forget if it was here. It is here, okay, good. Then we copy that as the template we're going to build off of. Paste Demondo. And then bring it here. And then that's our 30 minutes right there. So we're going to split that, get rid of that. And then time code it to fade out. And then we split it like so. And that's our extension. At least it should be our extension. Yeah, I should hopefully keep it busy. Once I figure this out, get rid of that. Actually, what am I doing? Get rid of all of that. Yeah, little still over now, but it's gonna go fast. Okay. Okay. See if I can figure this out. Yeah, it seems to be working, it's just very painfully slow. To the point that I might have to just refresh. Oh! Okay, no, I do need to, it's like flat out kick me out, I have to sign back in, okay. Alright. Are you going to be difficult? Yeah, it really is slow. Holy cow. Holy cow. Something went wrong, go fuck yourself. Don't have time for this nonsensical BS, man. Think. If this is going to continue to be a thorn, I'll do that. I'm probably gonna have to split it pretty much nowish anyway, so I might wrap it here so I can figure this out too. It's like it's always when I'm in a rush to get something done or out or whatever. Never not the case. I might just, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I might actually put it on a USB and then put it on the PC, and then on the PC, upload it from there. That might be the way to do it. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. I just need to see if I've got the ability to do that, actually, because I don't know if I do. Because I've got a lot of USBs, but most of them are freaking full. I really should move them off to a hard drive or something. And hopefully, my endeavors to plug this bastard in. There we go. I don't unplug anything. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, wow, you really do feel the rendering power. Because I can feel the slowness already. Maybe that's why. Nah, I wouldn't think so. Now, where is this new USB at? Ah, there you are. Okay. See, it's tricky because I need to wait for the rendering of the extension to finish before I can... What the hell? How much space does this have? Well... Oh yeah, that's plenty enough. Sort of. It's not much, but it's plenty for this project. Okay. And how long is this gonna take? Okay, it's already on 54%. Okay. Alright, well, while I'm waiting for the rendering to finish, we'll get a bit more done. But I really am pushing it for time now. I am going to need to wrap up in like the next minute or 5 or 10. It really is. Don't know if I can really work like this because it is very delayed. But that's not really going to work, is it? Because there is a reverb to it. Or is there? I thought there was. Unless that's a different location. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, that is really delayed. Really is registering as if I've like held it down. Yeah, this is gonna be cutting it freaking close. Annoyingly so. Nearly 60, is it? Oh, sorry, 90. Holy crap. Okay, no, we're good. We're fine. Still. Always cutting it close for time. Alright, so what are you doing? Common. Yeah, so go back to Wyvern so we can set that up. Because even if this does carry over into like a second stream, at least it'll be ready when I come back. Yeah, Wyvern. There we go. Okay, yeah, alright. Switch this back. Copy that over to Universal Serial Bus. Less than an hour to get it done. Uploaded. Finitude. But at least it will be going next to STH. I'll let that do its thing since it seems to be slower there too. Yeah. Back to the Wyvern. But yeah, I will need to kill the stream very soon, very shortly. Actually, I'm a bit surprised I lost it this long. Alright, so first order of business, let's make this longer. Woohoo! Did I not put that on correctly? No, I didn't. Why you? Even that's not even on it. Oh no. Is it? There we go, that's better. Is that still going? No, I think it finished. It didn't tell me. Oh no, it's still going. Where did the freaking taskbar go? Oh, there you are. Okay. Less than a minute. Alright. There we go. Okay, switch that over so I can get that out of here. When you're ready. Thank you. Oops, swapped over. To the PC. And we'll switch accounts there. Since it wants to be, for whatever reason, difficult now. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Where we got the Chan? Yeah, insta freaking switch compared to that. Jackweed. There we go. There we go. Didn't think I'd be uploading between Adventure DX and this, but here we are. Because I do have a scheduled upload for early February, and I thought, okay, well that's gonna go next to it, I guess, but no, it not. Yeah. Yeah, alright, I'll let this play while I'm doing the titling and the scripting, since it's going to take a little bit longer, no doubt. Okay, that's pretty much all ready to go now. Post, and post. Hopefully I didn't screw up anything. Because I haven't been able to really observe it. But it is 30 minutes, so that's good. Does look like we got the fading working. Yeah, alright. Okay. That's why it didn't work. I was trying to go through a stupid freaking step verification BS. Good. That's done, so that headache is over. It's not so much getting it out, it's more so getting it out on time and making the decision to do something on the fucking last hour or two of the day. That's where it gets frustrating. I'll be honest, I'll be very surprised if this manages to get away from the bots. But we'll see, we'll see. Alright, yeah, let's see if we can fine-tune this duration while I'm here. Because I will, literally any minute now, need to wrap up, so... what to do for that? All that. Where is the blanks? There. Because he really does kind of just fly down, yeah, hover into frame. More often than it may seem. Dude, what? Where is... oh, I think that is the owl next to him. Just can't really see. Ay, caramba. Mm-hmm. Right, right. Although that's another good point too regarding the stream. I just thought if I'm going to start up another one and have it start before 12, then yeah. I mean, it is going to happen. It's just I don't want it to be too crunch is all. Still can't believe how that echoes Revenge of the Sith almost. Which is, you know, almost a decade in advance before that would hit theaters, but yeah. And then he fades down again. Alright, that's my exit cue. Alright. Like I said, any minute. So yeah, I should hopefully be back in a couple or so hours, and we'll go on with a bit more development, and that'll be that. Till then, I thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed and learned something with the updates and stuff. And yeah, till next time, have a good one, stay safe. I'll see you all next time. Peace. Actually, I'll switch that over.